Hello photo pips, welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. Today is a very special day in the Fujifilm camera. Well, it was more yesterday, but for me it's today. I ordered a Fuji X-T3 and it came yesterday from Jessup's in Leicester, and they were absolutely brilliant. The girl that works there, she knows her stuff, believe me. She's very, very good. Now, it was ready for me to collect yesterday, but I couldn't go and fetch it, so I had to wait till today. And we're going to open it. We're going to have a look, see what's in the bag. So let's get it. Right, so I'm going to tell you the whole story. I've decided to trade in a camera, the X-T3. Why am I trading the X-T3 in? Because I've got the X-T2, which is a much better camera all round. It's got the grip, so it's got the 3 batteries in. It's just got more focus points. It's just all round a better performing camera. Although they say the same insides, they are the same insides, but the software is not the same. We've got, in the X-T2, we've got that beautiful slow-mo that I love so much. We've not got that in the X-T3. It's just lots of other things. Just the way the whole camera works and how it feels in the hand, it's just a better solution of photography, in my opinion. So I decided to get rid of the X-T3. The original plan was the X-T2, but after looking at the ergonomics, the X-T2 battered the crap out of it, basically. And this is what I'm now filming this on, using the Fuji Colour Chrome film simulation, just to give us a nice little better balance. So that is the start of this story. The X-T3's gone along with the 23mm prime lens. If you've noticed in some of the videos recently, it feels like I'm right in your face. Now that is the other reason why the 23mm has gone, because no matter how far you back your arm up, you're still not getting yourself in the frame. However, it's because my head's massive, but I don't know, it's not that. It's just no good for vlogging. So what I decided to do along with the X-T3 was buy the 18 to 55mm lens, which I'll use because it's f2.8. I'll use that as now it's going to be a vlogging lens. Still a brilliant lens, just as an all-round purpose piece of kit. It's the equivalent of around 27 to 70. So basically you can say you've got a 24 to 70. You've only got to step back 2 steps to get that. That is basically what you would get if you had a 24 to 70. Just take 2 steps back from a 27, you've now got 24. So versatility in that 18 to 55mm lens, perfect. It should be absolutely brilliant for just holding at a comfortable, much more comfortable stance. When you're using that 23 on the Fuji X-T3, your arms are much stiffer, much further out, but before you know it, you start bringing it in, and then the camera starts to go down and it looks like you're treading for air in water. You've probably noticed that in a few of the videos. Not only that, it's losing focus, and I just think that's because it's so much of my face. So we'll see how the Fujifilm X-T2 goes as video camera from now on, but remember, you've still got a perfectly good stills camera with its 24 megapixel sensor. But this little baby in here is the way to go. So we've got a camera grip here. Now what I wanted to look in here was, do you get the batteries? We know you get the power lead. And how does it fare against the X-T2's grip? So there's all the gubbins. There's the power cable and the adapter for the mains, which is probably exactly the same as the one we've got for the X-T2. There's a European one, and now is the little, here it is here. I tell you, they never make these easy, do they? I'll be back. Perhaps do a comparison later, but it basically does not fit on the X-T2. Completely different. Oh, sweetener for the wife. Got to keep them sweet, man. You got to keep them sweet. Same with you fellas, keep them sweet. she is. So what we got? So what we got here, we've got XF 18 to 55mm f2.8 to 4 RLW OIS. So now we've now got a little bit of image stabilization in this lens. That's another thing I love about it. People are raving on about the 16 to 55, which is a beautiful lens, but there's no image stabilization. And like I said it previously, if you want a 24mm lens, just take a step back using this, because that's what you're going to get. Right, let's see if we can open this beauty up. So we've got the usual instructions. We've got inside, we have a little barcode that you scan with your phone, which is going to take you to your camera remote site or your manual. So you literally just got to scan that, and that will take you straight to it, which is a nice little thing. Oh, and there she be. Here she be. Here she be. So I have actually gone for the silver because I just love the retro styling of the silver, and it's more of a gunmetal rather than the silver. It just looks a little bit darker. It's probably not, could be just the light, but look at that in the hand. That is absolutely superb, absolutely stunning. Light as a feather. I absolutely love it. Look at that. That is beautiful. Love it. Right, so there's the first part. By the way, they on my X-T3 they gave it me as a 3+, which is not mint. He did find a couple of small scratches, but you know what, I never took a photo with that camera. It was just purely for video. If I did, it was probably one of my feet or something daft like that from walking and just accidentally clicking it while it was on a single shot or something like that. But I don't recall ever taking a single image with that camera. And so someone's going to get themselves a nice little camera, because I says, well, I thought they worked from 0 to 9 or 0 to 10, and but he says no, 3 is just one, 3+ is just one down from mint, which was nice of him because it wasn't mint, it wasn't. So you get this little box that sits in the bottom, and in here we've got our charger. I'm not going to take that out because I've got one up there. I don't think I'm going to need it. We've got our battery, we're going to need that all day long. This little flash that you get, it's brilliant. If you've never used Fuji before, they give you a little flash that slides onto your hot shoe. What a great idea. But I've never used the one that I had on my X-T3, and I don't suppose I'll use that one, so I'll put that back in there. I won't use the strap. That's the plug. You know, I'm just going to leave all that in there. So that's that. What's in here? I know, it's the lens. Instructions. Oh my lord of lords. 18 to 55. Look at the size of that. That's beautiful. That is not much bigger than the one that you get for the... That's a bit rattly. The one that you get for the M6. Let's take them out the bags. The bags can go back. Put the rat poison in the bin. But yeah, there it is. One mint box. if I ever decide to chop it in, we've got them in box. Right, I'll check in with you in a bit. So this is absolutely brilliant. I've now put the 18-55 on the X-T3 and you are literally sitting right in front of me. I absolutely love it. This is the setup that I wanted for my X-T3 for vlogging. It's going to be loads better. So what I've done is I've put the grip on and I've put the 18-135 on this just to keep it clean. But you know what? That grip, I had doubts about buying this grip, but I am so pleased I've brought it now, because honestly the depth in that for me is absolutely superb. This is no lie, this is brilliant. The depth on that, your hand goes right in. I hope you can see it. I really, really do. Let's see if you can. How deep that is, look. So get a grip. It's brilliant. Right, what else do we need to talk about? Because I'm a little bit sort of overwhelmed how great the X-T3 is with this 18-55 on. I never ever buy lenses and cameras together as a whole. Not since I brought my first 5D Mark II and I brought the 24-70, which was a superb lens. But after that I only ever brought bodies. But I looked into this, and to get a great example of a second-hand 18-55, you're looking at around £300. Not too sure what the retail for on a loan, but it's got to be somewhere between 500 and 600. But this one in the box, because you've brought it on the same day and with all the discounts, it works out that you get it for around £200. So you'd be mad not to. So the 18-55 lens is variable aperture. At the wide end it's 2.8. Then once you start to go and zoom into your subject, it becomes a f4 at the smallest aperture. And then it just goes up to whatever. But what a great bit of kit. I am so pleased. I've just opened. The video quality is as nice and as sharp as the 23mm. I'm sure it's going to be, because you know Fuji, they don't make crap glass, they just make really nice stuff. That's why I switched in, that's why I've stayed. And it just, I mean, I love it. Where am I up to now? Where am I? We've unboxed, we've established the grip and put that on. We've got the battery that's about dead. I wanted to upgrade the firmware, because the first thing you see is that there's a firmware update. I've set the menus, I've put a slide down on the Bluetooth. Now the Bluetooth I absolutely love. It connects straight to your phone, and also it tracks where you are in your GPS. So every time you take a shot, it's going to put that in your metadata, and you're going to have GPS all through Bluetooth. It's absolutely brilliant. Now the thing about Bluetooth is it uses hardly any power whatsoever. So now you've got geotagging in your pictures. I love it. It's brilliant. So let's track back. Right, we charge the batteries up. When I add my X-T20, I also always buy a second battery. So I had a third-party battery which I purchased on Amazon, really, really cheap. It was something like £16 for two and a charger, and they work fine, no problem. There's two actually in this grip on the X-T2 now, but when I put it inside the X-T3 grip, it started flashing and the message came up saying to put a Fujifilm battery in. So I didn't want to mess about, so what I've done is I've took the original Fuji battery out of the X-T2, out of the body, put that in there, so there's two original Fuji batteries in there now, in the grip, but none in the body. And I've got three third-party batteries inside the X-T2, and they work fine in there, not a problem. So it's not really a problem. The only downside is I've just had to order another Fujifilm battery, an official one, and they're coming out at, the cheapest I've seen is £47 for a place on Amazon, free delivery. You're not going to believe Jesup's wanted £79 and Wix wanted £50. or £49. And that's just crazy prices. I mean, fair enough if the battery lasted for 1,000 images, but you're looking at 3 to 340 images. It's ridiculously stupid money, that is. But you can't blame Fujifilm. They've obviously got wise to us guys going out there and buying these third-party batteries. But they work. It's the annoying thing. It probably will work, and I could charge it from the charger, no problem. Then put it in and see what happens. But do you know, I'd sooner just stick with the original stuff on this. I just want it right. The third party's working the X-T3, and I just want that's right. So I'm now waiting for the green light to go off. One's already charged. There's a second one in the grip that's waiting to charge, which was the original one that I've just purchased with the X-T3. Once that's done, I'm going to update the firmware, because once you activate your Bluetooth on your phone, you get a message saying that there is an update. And because the original one is 1.0 and there's a 1.1 update, and that's what I'm really waiting for. I just want to update it. I've assigned the buttons, so that's all ready to go, no problem. I've assigned the buttons on the screen. I've got some, they're just, you know, the screen ones are the really handy ones, like the Bluetooth and things like that. The actual gubbins, I've put the back button focus on. I've put all the autofocus things are all on. The tracking, that's all in. Everything's done, it's ready to go. But I am excited. You just want it now. I'm sitting here waiting for that green light to go off. It's crazy. We'll just wait. So when you go out to buy your X-T3, I got just under £15 off the grip. I got a £100 bonus. This is from Jessop's for trading in, which I appreciate. Plus I'm going to get another, now I don't know if I get £200 off them or £100, but the promotion is £200 extra bonus on trade-ins. Now whether that counts for the £100 I've already received from Jessop, so they give me another 100, but it's not reading like that. But the thing is, with Fuji, you have to wait 30 days before you can claim. So it's the same old thing. So yeah, the things that I felt I need was the 18 to 55 kit with the X-T3 and the grip, and you're ready to go. You'll need an extra, if you're just starting out and you're going down this road, you're going to need 2 extra batteries, which really pissed me off, because the amount that grip cost, they should have put 2 batteries in that. I don't get it. I suppose they've got to get the money somewhere, because the camera is so reasonably priced. Batteries. So you're gonna need 2 batteries, and I'll suggest now that you get the original Fujifilm batteries, because like I say, the third party ones were flashing in there. Don't know what it means. It might work, it might not count your shutters, it might not count your shots, it might not do lots of things. It might not give you a true reading of how much juice is actually still in the batteries. Because I've had all these things when I was a Canon shooter, put third party battery in. It was the 5D Mark II worked perfect with all third party stuff. It was the Mark III that when you put the Mark II third party battery in, it wouldn't tell you exactly how much juice was in it. It was always a false reading, and I think that's probably what these third party batteries are going to do in the X-T3. So be aware of that. I'm sure they'll charge in the charger, I'm sure, no problem. But the camera does not like them at all. Now the other thing is you're going to need a USB-C cable. Nobody told me this, so because you can charge the camera from the cable, no problem. The USB-C is a quick way of charging. You've not got to take your battery out. You just plug the USB-C cable in the side of the camera and it will charge your battery for you. And that to me is brilliant. You can use a pack, you can use a car cigarette lighter if you've got the right adapter to do that. But it just opens a new world of charging for your X-T3. which is superb. So think about that. So you're going to need because you don't get one in the box, you're going to need a USB-C, you're going to need 2 batteries, you're going to need SD cards, you don't get any of them neither, and for video you're going to need something really powerful that's going to be able to keep track of the videos that you're doing, because this beauty will shoot 60 frames in 4K. It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. But I'm just going to stick with the 1080p, the slow-mos and all that lot, just because I don't feel that we're ready for 4K 100%. You know, you start like trying to stream 4K. We're just not quite there yet. I mean, a lot of people say to me, oh, your pictures are too big to view on my website, so I have to resize them to 1200 on the long side in pixels, because they say they don't open quick enough, and I can understand that. So I resize all my pictures to 1200 pixels along the long side. So depending if it's portrait or landscape, just go into Photoshop, change the size to pixels, and just type in 1200 on the longest side, and the other side will automatically recalculate. So that's another thing why I don't want to shoot 4K quite yet, until the country's ready for 4K, because it's not. What else can I say about it? I just want it to charge so I can have a play. So watch this space, because we'll be going out in the field, hopefully Sunday if the weather's fine. Sunday morning I think I'm going to go to Braggart Park. We'll see how it goes. Alright guys, that being that, I just wanted to introduce you to the X-T3 that I'm so excited about, and I'm absolutely loving the 18-55 on the X-T2. It's literally here, look, I'm touching it. Literally, it's arm's length away. Perfect. So I've got everything up to date. The firmware's done. We're now shooting on version 1.01, and I'm using the Fujifilm simulation, which should be really nice and rich, because it is an absolute stunning simulation. The camera seems to be handling perfect. The video, it's reading off 2 cards. Don't seem to be any problems whatsoever, and I am absolutely loving this. So with that said, there's one more thing left to do, and that's, don't forget, get out and shoot. You know you want to. See you soon. Cheers guys.